Hi guys, and welcome to World of Tanks Review. Today I'm reviewing the STB-1 Tier 10 Japanese medium tank. I've enjoyed going down the whole Japanese line, and I'll tell you what, let's take a look at the Japanese line real quick. It's a simple line. Start off with Tier 1. You can go down the light line till you get to Tier 4, that's where the light line ends, and you go down the medium line, or you go after the Tier 1, you go to the Tier 2 mediums and go on down. Simple line, easy line to get down. The drawback to the whole Japanese line of tanks is they have very little armor on them. The upside to these tanks is the guns are actually pretty accurate and they have great gun depression. Let's take a look at the tank itself, what it comes with. Comes with Tier 10 tank gun, Tier 10 turret, Tier 10 radio, Tier 10 engine, and Tier 10 set of tracks. Okay, before we get into the specs, I'm actually going to do something a little different. I'm going to tell you the pros and cons of this tank. The pros on this is this tank has the highest DPM output of all the Tier 10 mediums, the fastest reload on a L7 cannon. Great gun depression, tough turret, reasonably mobile, good camouflage values, and above average view range at 410 meters, and a very small silhouette comparable to the Soviet mediums. The cons on this thing: one of the worst overall disposition values in its class, and poor aiming time for the mediums in that tier. The gun mantlet on this thing is weak towards the center. Poor overall hull armor, relies more on slope than thickness. Receives frequent module damage due to the cramped space and poor armor. So that's about it for this tank. It's actually pretty good. Let's go over the specs on this tank. I'll blow them up real quick so we can talk a little bit more about them. Armor value on this is 1,950 hit points. Engine horsepower on this is 750. 53 kilometers per hour, which is actually pretty nice. Traverse speed is 52 degrees, which makes it very maneuverable. We'll go over the hull on this thing is 110 in the front, 35 and 25 in the rear, and the turret has 132, 132, and 37. The turret traverse speed is 42 degrees per second. Average view range on this is 410. Now, with the crew I have, and I have binocs on this, my view range is 512. Signal range is 750 with the crew I currently have on it. It has 782 meters on this. So that's the specs. Let's take a look at something. Okay, the hull on this thing does not have much armor, and what they are relying when they built this tank is the slope of the armor up the front and the angle on the armor on the side to help protect it. Now the turret, as you can see, these are the weak points on the turret, but overall the slope of the turret does two things. It gives you a lower profile, plus it gives you a chance to have some ricochet shots off the turret, because it is actually rounded and angled pretty good. Don't want to get shot in the butt in this thing, because there's no armor back here and there's no armor back here. One of the advantages of this tank is the profile of this tank. You can see how low this profile is. So with a lower profile, you have a lot less chance. Here's the front view. You have a lot less chance of being spotted. With that angle going on, you have some ricochet. The weak spot on this tank, on the front head, if you can get a shot on right here, the driver's hatch. The other weak spot on this tank is this cupola. Even though it is semi-rounded, it's not rounded on the back here, but it is semi-rounded. You can still get, if you're good enough aim, you can get a good shot right there. So those are the two areas you really want to protect: that cupola and that front driver's hatch. Let's go over the gun real quick, and I'll blow that up for you. Okay, this is a 105 millimeter caliber gun. Rate of fire on this is 7.5 rounds per minute. Average penetration on this is 258, 330, and 53. 390, 390, and 480 on the damage. 0.36 at 100 meters, so this gun is actually pretty accurate. Aiming time on this thing sucks at 0.23 seconds. This gun carries APCR rounds, heat rounds, and HE rounds. So this tank can penetrate and do a lot of damage over a period of time. It does have one of the highest DPM for a medium-sized tank in the tier 10 range. So that's one of the advantages of the Japanese line. The guns are actually pretty good on this. You just gotta learn to protect this tank, haul down as much as you possibly can, and do that. The way I played the whole Japanese line, I either played it as a sniper, or I played it as a flank tank, or you can even play this tank as a scout. Now what I got on here is I got the gun lane drive, which helps give me a 10% on the aiming time. I do have the gun rammer, which gives me a 10% more speed on my loading time. And because I do snipe with this thing and scout with it, I do have binocs, which gives me a 25% view range up to 500 meters. So even though I did tell you with the binocs it has 512 actual meters that you can see, the max range that you can actually see is 500 meters. So that's the tank in the nutshell. I have one text message. That's the tank in the nutshell. I enjoyed playing the whole Japanese line. As a matter of fact, I enjoyed playing this. I've only had a couple battles in this tier 10, but I've actually I've learned to like it so far, and I guess the more battles I have in it, the better I'll get at it. I only have one and a little over 3/4 perks on my crew currently. It does come with a crew of 4, but I do have the Japanese premium tank on here, so I'll be putting my crews on there and grinding those crews up on my tier 5 Japanese medium tank, premium tank, to help grind up the crews. But you can also make money with this tier 10. Not as much as you would with a tier 8 and between tier 5 and tier 8, but every battle I played except for one, I've actually made money. Not much, maybe about 10,000 credits, but that's still pretty good for a tier 10, because when I play my other tier 10s, 9 times out of 10 when I lose, I don't make any money. But even when I win, and sometimes even when I win, I still don't make money. But with this tank, I've only had one game where I've actually lost money, and wasn't that much. It was only 1,000 credits. So that's the tank in the nutshell. I do have this tank in action, so let's take a look at the clip. I'll see you all on the other side. Hi guys, and welcome to World of Tanks Replays. Today I'm on my STB-1 Tier 10 Japanese medium tank. Map we're on today, we're on Hidden Valley. We have a 48% chance of winning according to XVM, and we're going to see what this tank can do. I'm going to speed things up until we get into some action, so you don't have to see everything going. And yes, I was not drinking prior to this race. We got a target there. My plan is to go down the A line and then go around the village and try to come up. Got an AMX there and a T20. AMX hits me. What he's trying to do is get me to shoot, and I'm not stupid enough to shoot right now. I shoot and hit the ground. Found another tank. Okay, the AMX is out. Now it's these guys here. Okay, get my first kill and actually my first hit all in once. Took out the Centurion. Okay. Got a lot of tanks around us shooting here. Hit him. Artie's helping us out now. It set one tank on fire, took him out. And this got so many targets. Hit the Centurion. Hit him again. Hit him again. Okay, he's trying to use the building. I got a target. Bounce on him. Okay, he's been taken out. Got a tank on the roll. Hit him and my buddy finished him off. Got no targets on them. I do have one target in my back, the WZ, so we're going to kind of spin around and see if we can kind of make his day. Shoot and miss. And he's taken out by my allies. So what I'm going to do next is see what else is in this village and try to see if I can either do some sniping across the river. Oh, there's a target lit up. Building, 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 building. Okay. Did a critical hit on him. Reposition. There he is. I shoot and miss. Waiting for the reload. Good solid hit on him. Another good solid hit on him. Okay, and he's taken out. Scores 12-3. We got 3 tanks to go. I'm almost here on the cap. So I'm going to try to see if I can get on the back side of the cap because I think that's where Artie is. Okay. Scores 13-3. I found Artie. I shoot, and he shoots right over my head, and have taken out Artie. And that is game, guys. That definitely was a victory overall. And I got Tanker Second Class and Master Gunner. I shot a total of 16 times with 12 direct hits for a 75% hit ratio. That's not bad. Let's take a look at the team score real quick. On the team score, I actually did third in damage with 3,546 and 2 kills. Right to bear arms in the VF 4202 did 4,243 with 4 kills. And drop snoz I guess in the object 261 to 3,643 with 2 kills. And as you can see, we had one tank do over 4. We had 3 tanks that did over 3,000. They only had 3 tanks that did only 2,000. And guys, we were supposed to lose this. Not bad. Let's take a look at the final tally. As you can see, I shot a total of 16 times with 12 direct hits, 11 penetrations, for a total of 3,546. 796 of that was over 300 meters. I received a total of 6 hits, 6 penetrations. Armor blocked was 780. I was credited for spotting 4 vehicles. I damaged 5 and destroyed 2, and got credit for assists of 85. I did receive 18,335. That's not bad for a tier 10 battle. This was a ×2, so total I received 2,912 and 144 free experience, and I did have my crew acceleration checked off, and hey, all that experience went to my crew, which needs it. Okay, now that was tier 10 Japanese STB-1 medium tank. I love the Japanese line, and the reason why I love the Japanese line is the main thing is the guns. They are accurate and they have good elevations, both up and down. So that's one of the reasons why I do like the Japanese medium tank. If you play mediums, you might want to check out the Japanese medium line. If you like this video, please like us on YouTube. If you have any comments, leave the comments down below on the YouTube channel, down below here. And if you haven't done yet, subscribe to my channel. That way you know when the latest video I do comes up. I'd like to thank you again for watching, and y'all do me a favor, save some tanks on the battlefield for me. Have a good day.